Hello everyone, welcome to Harv's World where things aren't quite working out the way I planned. That's alright, we'll make it work. Like the title says, it's time for some lime. Time for some lime. We bought that lime pit during the last stream. Some of you guys may have seen, some of you may have not, and now we need to find a way to get that lime pretty much 2/3 of the way across the map. We're going to be covering all that, but this was our brilliant plan to try to do this, and it's not. Well, my poor driving is. I feel like I'm the embodiment of Sharko right now, who's not quite with us yet. He's on the map, but he had to take care of something, so he won't be around just yet. But Caveman is here with us, and yeah. Okay. I'm slowly but surely getting this sorted out, unloading these. We had some technical issues early on. How's everybody doing? We got Jonathan, Ray, Hunter, Firefighting Farmer, Gary, Tago, Patrick, Kevin, everybody. What's the good word out there, man? Everybody having a good weekend? I hope so. Here's hoping. What in the heck is going on back there? Seriously, there's no reason that shouldn't have been lined up. Yep, apparently I'm Sharko tonight. Come on. Get in there. All you gotta do, there. Good trailer, that's a good trailer. Okay, so we're not too far from our lime pit, but we're not terribly close to the lime pit either. Hey, Frank. Excuse me, man. Frank, how you doing? That's right, Captain Caveman. So we went through all kind of logistical hoops trying to figure out the best way to get this lime out of here because it is so far out in the boonies. And the only place to process it, well, there's only two places to process it. One of them's up north, which doesn't do us any good since all of our production and everything is to the south. And the other one is all the way back at the bend in the river. So the logistics of moving and processing this lime have turned into a bit of a nightmare. And as you can see, we have had to pick up some new equipment. We have a dozen trailers. We've managed to get 6 trailers on a barge. So we're going to be loading 6 trailers, putting them on a barge, sending that upriver, and we have a second barge with 6 more trailers on it. But it means hauling these trailers up to the lime pit from the barge, turning around, hauling them back down to the barge, reloading them, and then running that barge all the way upriver to our lime processing facility. So I'm dropping right about here, Caveman. I hope that's good for you.
Should be.
I'm on my way to the next set. 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, you're pretty toasty. There's been a pretty major heat wave going on. No, and I forgot to show you the new loaders that we bought. Very expensive loaders, I might add. But they are big monsters. When I get that next set of trailers up here, I'll make sure to stop and show those off. So we've begun phase 1 of what is ultimately the biggest production challenge on this map. And phase 1 is getting the limestone. Hey Steven, how you doing? Caveman, say a few words so that we can get a volume check on you because people are saying they can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Might not have been able to hear me because I wasn't really talking.
Yeah, he hasn't said much yet. Probably my bad because I run off at the mouth. Hey Bradley, how you doing, man? Yeah, and you can kind of say, I mean, this is the short leg of this journey, by the way. Just getting down here to get another set of trailers is the short leg. All right, good. I think we just hadn't had him talking too much yet, so we hadn't really been able to test his volume. But somebody made a comment that the last stream was too soft, and I hadn't changed any settings whatsoever, so I'm not sure what that was all about, but hopefully it'll be better this time. FF, as always, you were too generous, my friend. Thank you so much. Big shout out to FF, everybody.
Good day, FF.
He's always such a good guy. Can't thank you enough, man.
Oh, you know where he spends all his paycheck?
Well, he's got a girlfriend now, so at least that was the last I heard. He had a girlfriend now, so. And it's not.
Really
Don't even say so. It's not me.
I'll say, you think that's going to make him change his spending habits?
Well, no, you. Oh, and I missed his phrase. Sale on these lime puns, limited time only. Well, you know, if he wants his girl, if he wants his girl to stick with him, he might want to spend that money on her. You know, I'm not saying girls are shallow or anything, but let's face it, they do have a little bit more on the financial expectation than the guys usually do. It looks like Bradley wants to ask you a question, Caveman.
Go ahead and ask.
All right, FF. Well, there you go. We've got an addict in our midst, Caveman, and it's a good thing. It's a good kind of an addiction. It's a good kind of addiction. Better than some things people could be addicted to. Hey, Brandon, how you doing, buddy? Right, Steven? If she doesn't want your money, she must be a keeper.
Yeah. I'm about ready to pull a Sharko already.
I need to adjust these trailers for you.
Oh, no. I adjusted them just fine.
You got as much lime on the ground as you did in the trailers, it looks like.
Yeah. Compliments of lag.
Now, these are our new loaders, by the way. We bought a couple used cat loaders, but they were still outrageously expensive. But look at these beastly things. They are massive. And Sharko's supposed to be here to run one of these, and he will be soon. He just had something to take care of for his family before he can come in. And Helper E is blocked by an object.
Okay, I guess I'll have to go sort out Helper E in a minute. He'll just be blocked by an object for a while.
That's fine. I'm going back for the final set of trailers.
At this rate, you might have to run a loader.
If I can.
See, that's half of my problem right now. I'm struggling to be able to run it.
Well, our trailers run 105,000 liters, and the bucket on those loaders run 25,000 liters a scoop. So we thought that might sort itself out. Hey, Marquez, what's the good word, my man? Yeah, they need a bath. Sometimes that's a problem with with buying used, They still cost us $500,000. Oh, now Helpery has a nearly full grain tank. Our truck driver's not doing what he's supposed to do. So I don't know if any of you recall this, but at some point we said we've got so much on our plates at this point we're going to start having to automate some of this. And so we replanted our potato field the last stream. And Caveman set up auto drive to be able to harvest and offload and run to a silo. So we're testing that now on our potato field to see if helpers will actually do the whole bloody thing.
Yep.
Well, that's good, Brandon. I'm glad you're getting some rest, buddy.
That's good. I was like, I know it works in single player. Haven't had the opportunity to really give it a workout in multiplayer, so that's what I'm trying to do.
And I think the size of the map affects it to some degree also, is what we've kind of been discovering. It doesn't make calculations as quick as it does in single player on a smaller map. So it takes the driver of the truck a little extra time to map a route to unload the harvester kind of thing. Although
it still works better than course play.
I'm not getting a message that says helper's full.
Oh, something must be working halfway right then.
Yeah, because he was at 80%. You know how quick they load potatoes, so. Let's see, I did that backing video. Now y'all can see if I got backing skills or not.
Let him see you try to back the doubles on the trailer.
No. Sorry, thank you for playing. Thank you for playing. Can you or can you not sink a set of doubles into the bay?
Well, if this loader here doesn't start acting right and lag don't stop, I will somehow end up in the bay. And I'm all the way over here.
Then I spoke too soon because now Helper E has a full grain tank.
Where's Sharko when you need him?
Lost in translation. Now, one thing that's actually making this backing up a little more bloody challenging is being on this steep incline. That's the ticket. Slow and steady wins the race.
You were the one that thought we should put it there.
Where else did we have to put it? We don't have a dock anywhere else.
You're not wrong. I don't know where else we could have put it.
Nowhere.
Probably.
But logistically, we also discovered that, well, after some dispute, that driving it wasn't the best option either.
Yeah.
We did a bunch of testing to see what would get that limestone over there the quickest, and this was our solution.
Well, it's not the fastest way to get it there per trip, but was the fastest way to move that amount at a time.
Right. Otherwise, we'd have to have about 10 trucks. Actually, we got 12 trailers. Now we need 6 trucks to haul the same amount. It wouldn't be pretty trying to truck it.
Okay, I think something may be glitched. Oh, there it goes. It's working.
Well, I'm almost there with the last 2 trailers. And
I've got a bucket that doesn't want to pick up anything.
And I will try to go higher on the mound. Sometimes these get funky and you have to hit the mound up high for it to load. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm literally on top of it. Got it.
Hey Brandon, no, I'm still working on that. Everything is in place for that move to happen, but except for a place to live. I know the town I'll be living in. I know the job I'll be doing. Everybody's been very patient. They understand that the housing situation over there is a bit of a nightmare right now. Yeah, I can't get this thing to load anything in it either.
Well, that's 2 full trailers.
Oh, you did get that second trailer full?
Yes. But apparently, now it doesn't like collisions. Or tip collisions.
What in the heck is going on here?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my lag or what that's causing my issue.
See, I can scoop directly off the ground, but getting it off that pile. There are no herbicide or fertilizer productions on this map, Bradley, at least not in this version. Don't mind me.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't even see you there.
See, my controls are crap on this map. Just absolutely horrible. That's alright. I need to run trailers back down and get them loaded back on the barge anyway.
I think we really need a Sharko right now.
We do need a Sharko right now.
Or 2.
Alright, I could be here for an hour trying to get this thing to tip. I'm not even going to fool with it. When Sharko gets here, he can empty it. For some reason, I have this theory, and I don't know if it's genuine or not. I don't know if it's true, so don't go saying it was Harv said this is what happens. I don't know, but I have a theory. I only have this problem with controls when I'm playing multiplayer, and I think because Sharko and Caveman both use controllers, and I'm an archaic mouse and keyboard guy, that the game gets confused and it sees those controllers and says everybody's using controllers, and then it mucks up my controls. Oh, we always need, no, don't get me wrong. We give him a hard time and he's extremely good natured about it, but it's always a pleasure to have Sharko around, and he is a very skilled loader, so that makes him extremely beneficial. Except when he sinks trucks in the bay. That reminds me, I got to show you guys something here in a minute. It was something, I'm sorry I don't remember who said it, but whoever said it, it was sheer genius. And and I took it to heart, so I'll show you, when I get these trailers down to the barge, I'll show you what I'm talking about. As far as FS22 goes, I will be playing both for a while. Because there are still going to be plenty of people who, A, don't switch over to 22. I'm sure 22, the price will drop on it. People will start getting on more. You'll probably see a big surge in FS19 sales when FS22 comes out, just because the price of 19 will drop even more. So, for a content creator, it makes no sense to abandon FS19 completely. Yeah, like I said, Jonathan, I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but I'm kind of. I only started noticing it on Island Life when I was playing with Sharko and then with Sharko and Caveman, and it's been really bad on this map, and it's the only explanation I can come up with as to why controls are so horrible for me. If I'm playing this map solo, well, that's what we were trying to avoid. But if
we had a Sharko for a second.
Yeah, we had him join because we didn't want to have to go through the rigmarole of.
Oh, you'll never believe.
What?
Oh, you'll never.
Yeah, we didn't want to have to go through the rigmarole of
synchronizing
syncing
data simulator.
Yeah, for a minute and a half. You know,
you'll never believe what he managed to do in that half a second he was on.
What did he wreck?
What? Take a wild guess.
The other barge? No.
A loader.
Oh, lovely.
Into a trailer.
It's only when I joined that the internet decided to go out. I see.
Sure, that's what it was. Blame the internet. We've been doing this for too long now, Sharko, to believe there's any outside source that is causing any of this. We know you well enough by now.
Now, if it was me and I blamed the internet, it might be believable.
We do need a turntable at our dock like they have on rail yards. Or at least they used to have on rail yards for locomotives. Which, if you ever get a chance to go to like a steam locomotive museum where they still have a working turntable, it's a pretty spectacular sight, I have to tell you. I need an auto-load barge that auto-loads trailers. There's a mod for you to build, Caveman. Take these barges, put an auto-loader on them that finds trailers and stacks them on.
Trust me, if I knew how to do it, I would. I mean, theoretically, it might be doable. I just don't know how easy it's going to be.
Well, you take the script from the vehicle straps mod that somehow recognizes the wheels.
I think it'd be even easier than that, honestly.
Probably.
I could probably use easy auto load and get it to basically implement the treat the trailer like a pallet.
Right.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be how you would have to do it, but I don't know if it would work.
Watching Harv back up the trailer on the barge.
Impressive, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You already have one trailer on there, and you gain the second one on there. Well, the other ones up at the mine have been crashed into.
Whose fault was that?
And everybody
Like,
says hello, Sharka. Oh, that
I see
reminds me.
that.
Okay, I was going to show everybody something. So this is my new screen, and I apologize that I don't remember who recommended it. But if we have problems again, there you go. That's going to be the screen you'll see until we get the game back up and running again. I hope everybody can tell what that is, Sharko. Come on, truck, let's go. We got trailers to move.
I had 2 hearts there for a second. Apparently I didn't mute the stream. Why did I... Okay. My computer's being weird.
oh, my computer's acting stupid. You started changing the volume all by itself.
Jonathan wants to know if you got a chance to look at a ship, Sharko.
Nice, do that. I have the YouTube pulled up. That's working fine. Says that weirdly.
Lose all of our investment on what equipment? I mean, we bought it all. It's been purchased outright. We haven't leased anything. All
I
right.
think he's referring to the like the truck I sink and all that.
Oh. No, technically, if you sink something like that, we've kind of played it off as a joke for a little bit of a role play. But you can just hit reset and it'll reset. The trick is anything, like if you got a tipper trailer like this, anything you had in it you lose. But you can reset them at any time.
See if this works this time.
Alright, I pulled these
Oh, I
trailers.
see.
I hope this
I
is a good position for these.
I see where I parked the wheel loader. A few seconds I was on.
Oh, are you off again?
Hmm?
Yes. Yeah, he wrecked the wheel loader and disconnected.
Yeah.
I thought he was back by now.
Now, have you seen a synchronizing data?
I thought I did.
No, but my game keeps crashing.
Did you reboot like I told you to? No.
The game's crashing. Not it. It's just I load it, go to multiplayer, and then black screen.
Delete your log file.
I can't even get under this
Where is your log file?
trailer to move it.
Oh, that's not.
Alright, everybody close your eyes. Don't look at this.
Where is your log? Where's your log?
You see nothing.
Even where's the log folder? Oh, there it is. Just delete it.
Delete your log file.
It says log, delete. It's been deleted.
It's a text document, correct?
Well, I deleted it, so.
Sometimes you get errors in your games, and when you delete the log, or when you don't delete your log, it temporarily stores those errors.
I see, and then the errors keep occurring because it hasn't technically
Yep.
fixed them.
Yep. Even if the error has been fixed, the log still stores it. It's technically not registering that it's been fixed.
Seems to be working now. No black screen.
Synchronizing data.
Synchronizing data with other
Yes.
players.
It's better than it was earlier. But when I come back, hop your loader, and it's like, no, bye bye. It wanted me to crash or something.
You used to have good internet too.
Yep. You had to go and give it up.
So 6 years later,
I'll tell you what. If there's one thing in FS22, if there's one thing in FS22 that I hope they fix, it's that bloody synchronizing data with other players crap. There's got to be a better way. And you can have this loader at any time, Sharko. I'm just trying to get it out away from these trailers.
Oh my
Fair.
god.
and nope, didn't connect.
Hey, Lifehawk, how's it going, man?
That's interesting.
Hey, I actually managed to dump a bucket. For some reason, if you scoop the flat stuff off the ground, it seems to work pretty good. It's the big piles it doesn't like to pick up.
Hot dog. Or my leg just hit 10,000. That's cool too.
Probably because I'm running a loader.
Okay. I've really got some sketchy stuff going on now.
Now, what do you got going on?
When you said maybe because I'm running a loader, my volume went from 30 to 0.
What is this going to be, like technical difficulty night?
I have no idea.
Hey, Robert, how's it going, man? I'm going to drive a mile along the edge of this limestone pile just to get a full bucket. Oh, there we go. Oh man, I tried to tip it real bad. And now we go 7 years trying to tip this thing. There's no fertilizer production. There's no herbicide production. However, since this map does run Global Company, there are plenty of Global Company mods out there for fertilizer and herbicide. A milling machine would work on this lime, actually. And you know, all things considered, while we would rather not, we might have to at some point.
Borderline ready to say install a milling machine. This is getting ridiculous.
Let me see what happens when I shut down my loader and see if that helps you at all. Because I'm telling you, we've got control conflicts. That's the only thing I can only way I can explain it. Is that doing you any good whatsoever?
No.
Mm.
See, mine's not. I don't even know if mine's control conflicts or not. Mine's every time my volume thing pops up, I lose all control, whether it be with keyboard or with controller.
Do you have like hotkeys overriding each other or something maybe?
Not that I know of.
You guys ever notice how, you've got all this stuff mapped out in your head and it's supposed to work like a charm, and you think you have it all sorted, and you can imagine exactly the way it's going to play out, and then none of that happens?
That's exactly what that's like.
Yeah, it's happening right now. I'm bringing this other trailer up closer because it's not full yet.
Oh, if Sharko can ever get back in, I say we just go get his excavator and let him load with an excavator.
Potentially. These things worked so good the other day, too.
I know.
All right, take care, Vivid. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Holy cow, there's a name I haven't seen pop up in a long time. Laura Mulcahy.
Wow.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, welcome.
Which is not Laura.
Nah.
No, it's I'm having an issue with names right now. I'm horrible.
You're having an issue with names. I'm having an issue with everything else.
I'm having an issue with internet.
Hey Bex.
Hello.
Yeah, Robert, FS22 is definitely on Steam at this point. And I believe somebody was telling me, was it you, Sharko, that said it's actually, you can pre-order it on Steam now too?
Yeah.
But don't. Buy it from a link to Giants and use the promo code HARV, H-A-R-V. It helps the channel. Alright, I had to throw that out there. Please buy it in whatever way you think is best for you, but using the promo code HARV if you can. It unfortunately it doesn't benefit you directly, but it does help support your favorite content creators if they're a Giants partner.
Yes, Bradley, I know that it could be a virus. I have scanned my computer 3 or 4 times. There's no virus coming up. It could also be malware. I've done a malware scan. There's no malware coming up.
Could be a bug in the software you have to admit.
I was going to say, I'm about at the point of just wiping my computer and starting over again.
And that's right. It's Ethan, and I do apologize, Ethan. It's been quite some time though, bud. You remember Ethan? He's the guy who I visited Ethan's off the grid farm.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. No, I'm terrible with names too.
Well, especially, it's not so much that I don't remember Ethan, it's that I don't remember the name swaps.
Yeah.
Like, Brandon is around enough now that I know when Kim shows up, it's Brandon.
Oh my god, Sharko.
Bad timing?
Very bad timing.
Jonathan, the code will work on the collector's edition as long as you
Make sure, yeah, if your URL code says, I think Harv something.
No, you can put in
you can put in the code during your purchase, but it has to be a direct purchase from Giants. It can't be on Steam.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And Caveman, if you don't see it, Bex disagrees with you. The log file refreshes every time you load the game, she says.
I have had it reoccur. And if you open up the log file, it does store stuff from previous game loads.
I was having it crash every time I was booting it, and when I delete the logs, it worked fine. Unless it was just a coincidence.
Well, you guys can fight over that one.
I'm not saying it doesn't work, so that's what I'm just saying. That's what happened when I did it.
Oh, did we ever check on our potato guy?
You guys put potato guy?
No, we're waiting on Sharko to get in here and run a loader so I can go check on the potato guy.
Right. Sharko run a loader so he can check on the potato guy.
Well, I almost guarantee as soon as I get into one, I'm gonna crash it again.
Are you telling me? Look at those 3 perfectly aligned trailers. How's that for some backing trailers?
Well, you're not quite there yet for me.
Yeah, but you can hear me
Yeah,
immediately and they can't.
That's true. For them, they're seeing it when they should be seeing it.
Right.
I was thinking about half an hour later, or half an hour, 15
Oh,
seconds.
that's not what I wanted. That's what I want.
There you go. I'm in a loader now, caveman.
So you're in a
Hooray!
loader now?
Yep.
I really thought I was going to be struggling to keep trailers moving up there.
Well, if neither one of us were having issues, that might be the case.
I know. I know. I'm not pointing fingers or laying any blame here, dude. I understand the situation. It's like I was saying before. You know, you've got it all mapped out in your head. You know just how it's all gonna go, and then it doesn't at all, anywhere close.
Just go up that ramp, Sharko, and start whittling that ramp down till it's flat.
That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, is the first trailer full yet or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, you know what battle commanders say. Every battle plan falls apart the minute the first shot is fired.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean that's genuine. That they actually, you know, they're like,
Okay.
they really will tell you that. And the minute the first shot is fired, all plans are for naught. And then it's all an issue of, oh, I think what's happened is I've overloaded the back end of the barge. Okay, I need to stop.
Honestly, the tip point for this thing wasn't where I thought it was.
Oh, I appreciate that, Ray. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh man, I cannot believe it. There, that's better. I'm stuck inside a trailer full of lime.
Wow.
Oh, so you go bite somebody's ear off then? When you get punched in the face and your plan falls apart, you just bite somebody's ear off. Isn't that what Mike Tyson said? Or no, isn't that what Mike Tyson said?
Well, I figured out what the problem was, Harv.
What was it? You had 87 programs running in the background.
No, not with me, with the worker.
Oh, what was it?
He was somehow had gotten the truck long ways perfectly wedged between the two harvesters.
That's yeah, that sounds like your average worker.
So everything was triggering helper block.
That's exactly right, Robert.
Okay. This is a bit annoying. I'm making a mess.
I'm on my way back. I hope those trailers are loaded.
Almost.
Let me park this other harvester over here out of the way. Now
This
he
giving
shouldn't
me a
have any
headache.
issues.
Jonathan, it tastes like chicken.
Here they shark making a mess.
The tip's not where I thought it was.
Same place it's always been.
Well, I haven't used this.
I'm not really sure I understand the issue. Wouldn't you just make sure that the edge of the bucket where the teeth are was lined up over the spot you wanted it to tip?
I did, and
Yeah.
it still dumped it on the ground for me.
You've got to have it all the way up, or it will tip on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's you've got to be above the dump in trigger, Sharko. You know this.
Hey, the excavator didn't have this problem.
The excavator, you still had to be above the dump in trigger.
That's true.
Are we loaded yet? It looks
Oh, I
looks
can't put
pretty
any more
loaded.
into the trailer, so.
Yes, you're loaded.
All right, you ready? You gonna come down with me, caveman? Because you're doing the next set, right? While I barge these upriver. Stop, Sharko.
Thanks.
Stop, Sharko.
I was gonna get out of your way.
Now get out of the way. I was just gonna circle around you, but
That would've been easier for me to move out of your way.
well, I can't maneuver while you're moving, but I can maneuver while you're not. That's why I was telling you to stop. EIM, how's it going, man? Welcome to Harv's World. How are you doing? All right, Ethan, take care, man. It was good seeing you again. It's been a while, bud. I hope you have a good night, too. Thanks, man. And don't let me forget, I need to put 2 dollies on this barge, too.
Okay.
No plan of operations extends with any certainty beyond the first contact with the main hostile force. Helmuth von Moltke the Elder. Please tell me he's a Viking. Because if he is, I can use that in my my Baltic Sea Let's Play when I get to it. Now is when it would be nice to have 2 trucks here, huh?
Yes.
Well, we might have to do that. It's not like we've got a shortage of trucks and they're not doing anything at the moment.
You're not wrong. And like worst case scenario, we could always put we could just put like a pickup over here to shunt the dollies back on the trailer.
No, that's true. Well, your truck's not far from here.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
no, did you send it? You sent it elsewhere, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
His truck's up here at the mine.
I'll bring it back down here after we get this taken care of.
Hey, thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for that reminder, man. It might be a little premature. But to be fair, I do the same smart-ass things, so... Easy killer. And look at that. Almost like I know what I'm doing.
Now, because of lag, I'm gonna be the one that ends up in the lake, right?
Probably. It's not my fault. I didn't do it, and the check is in the mail.
Hey, man, you can't put anything in the lake. That's my job.
Well, you're not doing your job today. You didn't do it Wednesday. Somebody's got to do it.
That's a very good point. That's true, Jonathan. Very, very true. EIM, we are currently mining limestone, but we have to haul it in such a long way that we are putting trailers on barges to run them upriver, which I'm going to be running this up to the limestone plant as soon as I get this 6th trailer on and a couple dollies. So you'll actually get to see. Now, we're not going to make money directly from this limestone. It's part of the process to make other things. So we have to process this limestone and turn it into lime dust. Lime dust is used in several processes, including making steel. And is it used in the concrete also?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So we need a lot of lime dust for several different products. And then we can take some of that lime dust and have it processed into actual lime that we could use on our fields. And considering the amount of lime we go through around here, that might not be the worst idea. Look at that. Look at that. Not to pat myself on the back, but I'm going to pat myself on the back. It's all good, Jonathan. No worries. Now the real trick is, can I get all 6 of these all the way up river where they belong without dumping them in the lake? We're almost ready to set sail on a 3-hour tour. Oh, come on, somebody's got to know what I'm talking about. That would make Sharko Gilligan. Sharko is Gilligan. I'm the skipper. And Caveman is definitely the professor. Now we just need Mr. Howell, Ginger, Marianne. We need a Marianne, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the skipper, of course. Now it's going to be, the ramp isn't quite set right for me to get this dolly on there the way I want it to go. Oh, almost. I have to make sure it's centered right because I don't want these trailers to shift when it hooks up. That's about right. That's about right. That's about right.
You finally get it?
I did.
I heard the 5th wheel lock all the way from over here.
I need to get one more on there though.
Dang.
Must be allowed to pitch then.
It's a heck of a lot easier to back trailers than it is dollies. And yes,
Oh,
Bex,
that's true too.
I know you can back dollies. You could have like a full train of dollies, 6 dollies long, and back them straight around corners and figure eights in any way you want to. I grant that you are a far superior truck driver than I am. I concede.
What about patience?
And I'm okay with that.
Patience and time.
Well, Bex is apparently, from what she says, kind of a master of the swivel axle trailers without any axle blockers or anything.
Just
And
It's
and
possible.
I'm not saying that she isn't. I believe her.
it's definitely though nothing easy that comes.
It's just a skill I have never acquired, and I'm perfectly fine having not acquired that skill
Now I have a question to ask. Is that in real life or in game?
in real life. I don't know about in game, but I know she's talking about in real life she can do it.
If she could do it in real life, then she could most likely do it at least decently in game.
I will say a swivel axle trailer is a whole lot easier in real life than it is in the game.
Alright, caveman, I'm about to set sail. Finally.
Oh, I didn't hear that last fifth wheel hitch clang. Must have not have backed it up as hard.
This
Or maybe it's actually oiled properly.
this is really riding low in the water.
How many trailers have you done already?
He's got his 6 on. I'm waiting for him to
Oh, so you guys
maneuver.
even
so
gone
that-
once.
No, this is the first time.
I'm waiting for him to maneuver out of place so that I can dock and
Well, if this boat will turn before it hits the shore, I'm out of here.
Austin said, don't you need the last dolly too?
No, I've got a third dolly already up at the bend in the river.
we somehow ended up with more dollies than we thought we needed.
Right. This is going to be a long trek, guys. Nope, I only need the 2. It actually works better with 2 because then I should technically, if it works the way it's supposed to, pull the middle trailer out, hook it up to a dolly, and just have a set of doubles right there, and do the same thing a couple of times. There's the river I'm looking for. Straight ahead past the lighthouse.
I'm just sitting here in my truck, waiting for you guys to get my trucks up here.
Well, if
Sitting
any
there in your truck. What truck do you
Or-
got up there?
Wheel loaders.
Look at that. He works for 5 minutes and takes a half-hour break. That's Sharko for you.
Just like me in real life.
Hopefully, from this point forward, it goes a little bit smoother because just getting this barge loaded and ready to go took an hour. the river Styx.
That's also like almost, what, 700,000 liters?
630,000 liters. I am not going to pay the ferryman. I'm not even going to fix a price.
Well, if we really want to be tedious, we could have got boats too.
Could have got what?
That if we want to be tedious, we could have used boats instead.
The boats won't work. There's nowhere to tip it off at.
Yeah, we tried
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's like we couldn't use the train. There was nowhere to tip it off at the train.
Steven, I was waiting. I was hoping somebody would recognize that song. Man, there's a bump in the water down back there somewhere.
Rough waters.
Yeah. And it looks like I got a. No, he's going my way.
Another boat coming at you.
I thought he was, but now that I look, he's actually headed the same direction I am.
The boats usually paid proper attention to like roads. Not the roads, but You're trying to stay on the right and left.
Oh, the lanes.
Mhm.
SS Minot.
I'm risking this tractor from getting it stuck inside the mine.
Well, I'm passing the railroad bridge. Not doing too bad so far, knock on wood.
I swear dial-up would have less lag right now than what I've got.
You've been having this problem for a couple days, and it hasn't been an issue up until now.
My data was supposed to have reset last night.
Oh, that's right. That's what you said.
Like, nah, we're not gonna reset it on a.
It wouldn't be the first time I've had to call them and have them reset it.
Oh, I'm passing Southport Sales. Well, I'm approaching Southport Sales.
You're getting there.
Now, what would have been really nice is we do have access to ships like the one that I'm passing here, and they do haul limestone. There's only one problem. We can't get the limestone back out of them. At least not where we need it to be.
Didn't bother testing anywhere else because it would have been just as tedious, if not more than this.
Right. We'd have had to truck it to a silo, tip it in the silo, bring in the ship, load the ship, take it to another silo, unload it at the silo, load it all back into trucks, and then ship it again.
I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a lot of work to me.
More work than loading and unloading 6 trailers from a barge.
Yes.
And yes, I know I'm the one who voted for loading the trailers on the barge. I absolutely believe you, Bex. I genuinely do. And I'm honestly impressed by the skill. It's one I know I will never have because I don't have the patience for it. By the time I mastered the skill, I could have dropped the trailers, unhooked them all, put them where I wanted them, and rehooked them all back up. Well, and I thought about that too, Jonathan. There is a flat deck ship like those back there, but it only hauls containers, and there's no way to load these trailers onto it.
I'm lagging really hard, Sharko. I'm sorry.
I realized.
Helper E has a nearly full grain tank again. I'm almost there.
He has a nearly full grain tank.
That just means it's more than 80%.
Oh. Yeah, he was running it. He was.
Yeah, but the truck driver's supposed to unload him at 60%.
I just figured out why that is.
Why?
The trailer that the truck driver has is smaller than the tank on the harvester.
Is the truck driver actually running to unload?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good.
He was tipping at the silo.
Yeah, they've shifted just a little bit, Steven, but not too bad. I've been keeping an eye on them, making sure that I don't make any too sharp turns because they aren't exactly stabilized on here.
I'm not locked in place. Yeah. Want those falling off.
Do the barges do vehicle straps?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, that sucks.
I.
They have straps on them,
haven't.
though, don't they?
Nope.
Well, that sucks.
Well, you want me to edit the barges anyway, so that's an idea.
I sunk a barge earlier today.
You
How did you-
sunk one?
How did you sink a barge?
Well, when I was buying the second one to set up the trailers today, when I bought it, it sank straight to the bottom. I don't know. I didn't intentionally sink it. I didn't pull a Sharko on it or anything. Oh, and I was saying
Okay.
last stream, Sharko, that you know you've done something right if you get a verb named after what you do. And so any kind of waterborne accident now is considered a Sharko.
Wow.
Unless it involves stuff that's supposed to be in the water.
Right.
Unless if it's something that's supposed to be in the water that happens on land, then it's a Sharko.
Yeah.
I ended up having to sell it, and I had to buy it on land and drive it into the water.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you do. You can't buy them over the water.
Nope. I learned that the hard way today, so.
All the boats on this map are like that.
Alright. Lime trailer's coming off. Now, look at that. I'm nowhere close to that full thing. And yet, it's collision. It's giving me a collision.
Huh, that's weird.
Swing, you beast. Swing it. That's alright. No harm, no foul. I got my doubles off.
That's all that matters.
Okay, that's where we're going. Come on. Come on, you. Still a little light in the front sometimes.
Still a little light in the front.
Well, I was going uphill. When you peak a hill,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
At that point, I don't think it has anything to do with how much weight you put in the front. I think it has to do with the game mechanics itself.
I agree.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright, this should be the line.
True Shark Co. and Shark are kind of the same.
This is supposed to be the lime tip in, guys, and it's not accepting limestone here.
Harv,
Yes.
did you buy it yet?
Oh, yes, that's probably going to be important, is owning it. So, for 890 grand, in order to make this lime worthwhile, we do have to buy the area.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So there's another 890,000. Wow, look at that. All of a sudden I can tip limestone in. What a concept.
Beautiful thing, isn't it?
Now the question is, how much will it hold?
I don't know. Watch, we've already shipped more over there than it can hold.
It'll hold 5 million liters.
I was gonna say, I think
Oh.
it's like 5 million.
But luckily it doesn't need anything else.
Or it doesn't need coal or wood chips or something.
Right?
Yeah.
So the shops, the things in town need wood chips and coal to run. The things out in the middle of nowhere get power. Because that makes sense.
And we are running your the trailers you made for me, Bex, just so you know. But not for this particular function. Simply because these hold more. We've been using the Harv's World trailers for crop harvesting. They're actually over in the potato field right now. But not on screen. And if you guys don't know Bex, you should, because she is a fantastic modder who's done some amazing things for FS19 players. And she deserves everybody's appreciation. And I absolutely positively mean that in every way, shape, and form. She has been very kind and generous with her time, helping me out from time to time. So I can't say thank you enough.
Helper E is blocked by an object. Helper E is not here. Helper E seems to be not very good.
Helper E's a slacker.
Yes, he is. I got it straightened out though.
Helper E.
What do you pay him?
To helper E,
Any
Yeah.
amount is too much.
free's too much.
Yeah, free is too much.
You interviewed him too.
You did.
Hey, you don't remember agreeing to handle all the interviews?
I was supposed to handle all of them? I thought I was only supposed to handle the one.
No, all of them.
Oops. No, then you can blame that on me.
Yeah,
That explains a lot.
you're human resources.
I'm the human.
That's right.
You're human
I
resources.
guess I'm safe. I haven't hurt anyone yet. So that's fair.
Not physically.
Maybe I may have sunk only a brand new vehicle multiple times.
You've hurt every employee at every insurance company of all time.
Well, I got insured again, so. Another company insured me.
Hey Tears, hey Harv, is there any lime spreader except the yellow one? Well, in the base game, there are two big lime spreaders, the Bridals. They're lime and fertilizer spreaders. Now, as far as other lime spreaders, modded lime spreaders, there's tons of them out there. Lots and lots and lots of different ones out there. You just have to go look for them in the mod hub a little bit, or your favorite mod site if you're on PC. But yeah, there's plenty of lime spreaders out there.
Almost got the three of them trailers loaded, caveman.
Oh, you almost got 3 loaded.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what we're talking about. The Sharko that actually knows how to load stuff.
See, yeah, that's the way this was supposed to work.
Two more scoops on the last trailer, and the first 3 are good to go.
Well, I've got 2 more trailers to unload. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want this right here. I want to drop that. Come on, brother. Uh-oh, train. Go, 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 go. Woo! That was close.
I almost get hit by a train.
Almost. But I didn't. That's the important part. I did not get hit by that train.
I don't think
my
2 scoops is gonna do it, Sharko.
You think 3?
Yeah, I'm thinking 3. Because I don't have 250,000 liters in here yet.
Oh, really? Okay then.
Yeah.
That's 210,000, right?
250. I've got 3 trailers.
Oh, you ran 3 up there?
Yes.
Nice.
As bad as my lag is, I figured it was easier to make the trip twice than make it 3 times.
That makes absolute sense.
Don't forget to cut your way. You got to cut your way around the thing, Sharko.
Hmm?
You got to cut yourself a path around.
I'm trying to check from the top of those piles, and it does not want to.
Frank got a ticket once for going over a railroad crossing when he was on his way home from driver's ed. That's awesome.
On his way home from driver's ed.
Moving is going quickly and slowly at the same time. Unfortunately, I'm reasonably organized except for the fact I can't bloody find a place to live over there. I'm still looking for an apartment. There is one serious housing shortage going on in western Nevada right now. It's shocking how difficult this has been. I did not anticipate that being such a pain. But all I can do is, and I'm literally spending hours every day. Hours every day just trying to see if anything new's been listed, if there's anything open, making phone calls. Luckily, the guys who hired me are being very, very patient and understanding about that. They know how difficult it is. They've actually called the lady who's going to be training me and is going to be my immediate boss actually called, and she's like, well, give me some information, and if I hear anything, I'll pass it along, because she talks to people all over. So, you know, that was very kind of her, and all I can do is keep moving forward, keep my fingers crossed and my nose to the grindstone, and every other bloody cliche I can think of. Buy an RV. Everybody keeps saying that. Buy an RV. Okay, you buy me an RV. Please, be my guest. I would love it if you would.
RVs are not cheap.
Yeah, like I've got the money to go out and buy an RV.
Like with the house and all that, you can pay it off over time. Of RV, you kind of have to like pay up front. Plus, you have to pay for a spot to park it, and
Well, you can finance an RV just like you do a car, so
yeah, so they have to find a spot to actually park it, then pay for electricity and.
but it's, you know, it's not just an issue of buying an RV. I mean, I've got a lot of expense to get over there to begin with. So, anyway, it'll all get sorted out. I'm sure of it. I'm keeping my options open. I don't feel like I'm being overly picky. I'm perfectly willing to commute as much as an hour in each direction, which does help. Because it is a small town out. Like, literally, this town is an hour away from any other town. No exaggeration.
You are in the middle of a desert.
It's pretty rural. The town has 3,000 people in it, if that tells you anything.
Oh wow. That's a tiny little town.
Yeah, I like those kind of towns, though. It's right
Very
up my
cute.
alley. But you know, it's not. I mean, it's an hour and 15 minutes from Carson City, which is the state capital. But Carson City is close to where old Virginia City used to be. There's a lot of history over in that area. I'm looking forward to being able to travel over to Carson City from time to time, because they've got some interesting things to look at. Like, they've got, I think the Nevada State Railroad Museum is in Carson City, and I'm really looking forward to visiting that. I love choo-choo trains.
Choo-choo.
Bet you like Thomas the Tank Engine, don't you?
No. That was after my time.
Well, just because it's after your time doesn't mean you can't like it.
I always liked the little engine that could, though.
Oh, that was oh yeah. I did too when I was very little.
I remember that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was a book. Well, for you
I had the
guys, it
book
was
and the movie.
probably a movie, but
I had
for
a movie
me,
and the
growing
book.
up, it was a book.
I had both. I never read it. I always got read to me, but
Are
The
you?
only books I had growing up was the Winnie the Pooh books.
Oh, what's not to love about Winnie the Pooh?
yeah, that's my first poo.
Winnie the Pooh is awesome. Although I don't know why they would name a bear after a bodily function.
I don't know.
We had a in my elementary school we had a fundraiser or whatever for toys. Like we brought toys in, and one of the boxes says Winnie the Pooh is my first poo.
Mm-hmm. That's
I've
exactly
always
what
just
I'm talking.
I've always just questioned that ever since. I'm like, really?
Although I have to say, I like the cartoons. The old ones. I don't like the new ones so much because I got used to the voices in the old ones, and so if they don't sound that way, then they're not right. I used to work with a lady that I called Eeyore. Well, not to her
Right.
face. She was just one of those people, you know. I was like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" "Oh, everything sucks. Life is misery."
There was a forklift operator at one of the places I used to load out of all the time. Her CB handle was Eeyore
Nice.
because she was like that. Sounded like Eeyore, always talking about how everything sucks.
I don't know how I'm ever gonna get through the day. Yep, that's the way this lady was. The funny part is she could be a real sweetheart of a lady. She was just had such a negative outlook all the time.
I have.
Best gift buyer I ever met in my entire life. She would never ask you if there was anything that you liked or wanted, and she could go out and buy you the perfect gift.
Wow.
Because she paid attention to conversations, and like if something came up during a conversation, she literally like noted it down. Like even if it's,
Good.
you know, you're not saying, "Oh, I'd love to go get me one of those." No, it's just like, "Oh yeah, I was looking at those the other day. They were pretty cool." Just little things like that, and she would just remember that stuff, and she could go out and buy the perfect gift for anybody if she knew them well enough. It was an impressive talent.
I
Yeah.
wish I could do that. I just don't even remember what I need to get myself.
Right.
What did I come here for? Oh yeah, I needed this. Then realized getting back home. Oh, I didn't need that. I actually needed this. Oh well, whoops. I double this now.
And my chat froze again, so I have some catching up here. I wasn't ignoring you guys, just every once in a while. YouTube makes my bloody chat freeze up.
Oh, no. Oh, there it goes.
Jonathan, I think Bonanza is so old at this point. Well, there might be something over around Virginia City that, although I don't know if Bonanza was filmed in Virginia City or not. But yeah, if I'm ever over that way and I see it, I will make sure to share it at least in Discord. So
There's actually a few movies I know of that are supposedly supposed to take place in an actual like city. They take place in a different city.
that's most of them.
Like I know a few of them. Like I mean, there's a few times where they'll film like one or two scenes in the actual location,
Right.
but like I know a few of them. Quite a few movies are actually recorded up here in Toronto, Canada, and
Well,
they're meant to be like, recorded in New York or other places.
most of the X-Files was recorded in Vancouver, right?
I believe so, yeah.
You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
I heard of it. I haven't seen them, but.
The X-Files was awesome.
Hmm.
At least the first 5 or 6 seasons. The last couple seasons jumped the shark quite a bit, but
Well, if I said this, the movie It is recorded an hour away from here.
Oh,
We actually did a tent for them.
you did a tent for it.
Mm-hmm.
We had this discussion last night. Is it them, is it they, or is it it? Well,
No, I mean it's not in any of the movies, but we did have a tent up there for like the crew and all that.
that's cool.
very cool. Now,
Problem was had to be taken down the next day.
I think, I actually think Vancouver. Nope, I'm just starting to load the map right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to use the new technical difficulty screen though.
Yes, you did. Can't look fresh yet.
Unfortunately.
Well, we're sorry that we had to use it.
Yes,
We're glad
yes,
that we
are.
actually have one now.
Give the truck a wash.
Yeah, that's what Sharko was doing. He was giving that truck a wash.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my insurance, trying to get insurance is crazy with me. My company still do it for some reason. If I should just open up my own insurance company at this point. Crazy Sharko. Let us know when it's ready to go back in. Must wait. Oh no, I hope. That'd not be good.
I'm glad you
Hey,
guys are
Barge.
still talking. I had to step away and make myself a drink real quick.
Oh.
Ah, that's why I went suddenly quiet.
Well, the map is still loading. You know how long it bloody takes.
Takes
Yeah, well, we
forever to
thought-
load.
You got quiet again. We were worried something happened.
Kinda worry, yeah.
Yep, I emptied the trailers and I saved the game before we shut it down.
Hope my truck didn't vanish.
Sailor Jerry's rum and Diet Coke, man, for the win.
Yeah, there's ginger ale in front of me.
I haven't had
Yeah,
a real
Mountain
drink
Dew
in
and
quite
Dr.
some
Pepper.
time.
Canadian dry, or Canada dry, I mean.
All right, I'm in, guys.
Oh, Jonathan heard you apparently walking away. J-Man and I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I even have like I have this microphone especially to inhibit background noise and no, we needed the dollies at each end. We had too many at one end and not enough at the other, so
We fixed the issue.
he's got 3 dollies at this end now, and I actually think I'll have 4 dollies at the other end.
I've
All the
got
dollies.
4 dollies. I've got 4 dollies at my end.
Synchronizing data with other players.
Because I'm pulling triples.
Oh, and we can switch out of technical difficulties now, but you're just going to see synchronizing data with other players.
Mm-hmm.
In 17 years, we at Giants will allow you to play with your friends because we have to
Ow.
synchronize your data for the better part of a century.
Because I don't know, any other you have to do that too. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh. My wheel loader's on the very edge.
Well, as soon as I get this boat back over there, I'm going to go check in on our potato harvester and see what he's doing. He ought to be bloody
Oh.
done by now.
I'm fixing it now.
Hate those.
And while I don't have to turn to avoid these boats because there are no collisions on
Oh,
the
what
river.
the heck? Just,
Now what'd you do?
I did nothing.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah. I did
I mean,
nothing.
it's no, I was just reversing, and my thing decided to do like 3 backflips.
Oh yeah, because that's what wheel loaders do on their own without any help from people like Sharko.
I was just reversing.
Uh huh.
It landed
Oh.
right in the same spot, so nothing went wrong. But it just okay.
My lag got better.
Prince Jonathan.
Mine got worse.
He wants to party like it's 1999.
I'll move these up here where I had the other shark to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I came in. I have your leg now.
Huh? You have my lag.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay.
See, the way this was supposed to work was while I was offloading these trailers, they would have those all loaded, and then, we would start passing each other along the river. I don't think that's going to happen. Because Sharko's making his wheel loader do black backflips.
Well, it's almost that way. I have leg, and Gaben doesn't.
That's, we talk about non-starters, Steven. The Y2K thing was such a joke. Sharko has no idea what we're talking about. Caveman might remember it, but he'd only been about 5 years old.
What, Y2K? Worried about the end of the world, computers taking over and stuff?
No, there was a whole concern that because computers hadn't been programmed to reset their dates properly at the year 2000, that it was going to cause like a major infrastructure catastrophe.
Oh.
Like computers all over the world were going to suddenly become non-functional because they couldn't adjust to the date 2000 or the year 2000.
I vaguely remember that.
I actually know quite a bit about that, actually.
But do you remember it?
They mostly
Yeah,
come
it was
out
a
at
big
night.
thing.
Mostly.
It actually did kind of happen. Yeah, it's the credit cards and
See, Sharko
that
can't
being
even
like
turn
in
around.
96,
Sharko
09.
can't even turn around, and I could go almost vertical.
Yeah, my leg is terrible.
That sounds about right.
Even why'd you give me your leg?
That- okay, I remember dual 26.8K modems. So you could get 56K dial-up.
Oh, I'm using DLS right now. Or
DLS and
DS.
dial-up are two
Sorry,
different things.
they are different things. Now they both use though phone lines. But dial-up is using the actual phone connection, where
Yeah,
DSL is
DSL
using the
uses
line.
a hardwire.
It's a higher frequency that phones don't use over the same wire. Where dial-up is literally you're basically making a phone call and using the phone call to use the internet.
Right. Or something.
I remember getting 21 kilobytes a second. Well, the tops, like the modem was like only good for 25.
You're getting kilobytes?
That's
Yeah.
what I remember those.
Only like
The first modem I ever owned was a 28.6K modem.
hmm.
And that was considered fast in its time.
I think mine was a 25, just straight up 25.
And
Okay.
and then somebody came out with a dual modem. It was two modems linked together that could boost that. It could double it.
No, cable is different. Cable is like internet that is just properly wired. DLS is phone, basically just not using an actual phone call. Dial up is using a phone call, so like you basically dial up, like you
Yeah, DSL cannot match the speed of
call the
cable.
person you use, they're using the same bandwidth that phone uses. No, and then fiber is even faster.
Yeah, cable is the fastest you can get before fiber or having a direct fiber line.
hmm Unless you go satellite, depending on the satellite.
Most satellite internet in the States
It's worse.
anyway is
It's worse.
garbage.
Yes.
I'm back. 300,
Well, you almost had this trailer full.
300 bits per second.
That's what I've gotten sometimes. Just ignore me,
Sharko,
caveman.
learn to drive.
I thought I was going to get in a truck up there, but what the heck is going on here?
Sharko got his loader stuck in my trailer.
What?
You didn't get it out.
Dude, this is not the mating call of the frickin' or wheel loader.
Very
Apparently that wheel loader didn't get the memo.
apparently not.
Why are you trying to climb back up it?
Cause I keep lagging as soon as I go forward. There we go. Every time I try to go forward, I just lag.
He's
I really
having the
have.
problem I was having earlier.
Oh, he's just making a lame excuse.
That's not his excuse. I was doing fine before now.
It's not quite full.
I'll go fill it up quickly.
This is why Sharko can't drive over 10 miles an hour.
Either my driving skills plus my internet. Okay, that was me. That was me not paying attention.
You trying to take me out, Sharko? Like,
You're the
god
one who-
dang.
Yeah, you gave me your internet. I didn't want it.
I didn't give you my internet.
See, that's the sad thing. Sharko doesn't drink. At least if he drank, he'd have an excuse.
Yeah, that's true.
We bought these machines because we thought you'd be the one who could operate them.
Apparently not.
But
At this point, we're almost be better off selling these back and buying another excavator
Yeah,
to keep over here.
yeah, because he can't, he
Start
can't,
mating them together.
he can't move the excavator more than 3 miles an hour. So
The big one runs 6. But alright, I'm full.
go before he has a chance to move. Yeah, Sharko's old enough to drink.
Where I live.
I thought you were 21.
Nope.
No, you're just a pup.
I'm 20.
Now I got all my lag back. Every little bit of it
I've
came
lost
back.
mine.
Well, I'm gonna leave then, because apparently I'm causing your lag.
No, I don't think you were the one causing my lag.
What I can't believe is that this guy is not done with this blood. We could have harvested this potato field 6 times in the amount of time these helpers have been getting paid.
Stephen Murray in Canada, the drinking age is 19.
Hey, the truck driver gets paid a flat rate per day. It doesn't matter if he works all day or 2 hours, he still gets paid the same.
That's not true.
Truck driver
Pretty
gets
sure
paid
pretty sure it is.
The harvester gets paid every like 2 seconds.
So auto drive pays a flat rate per day?
The way it was set, yes.
Oh. Well, I just fired the truck driver. Because we have a potato harvester that's 90% full, and this truck driver wasn't even thinking about going to unload him. Just sitting
Wow.
there, you know, watching playing on Facebook or something. Oh no, that was lag right there.
Even you're lagging hard.
Put your pipe out, fool.
Frank, are they unionized? 1 hour work, 2 hour break? No, more like 1 minute work, 10-hour break.
That sounds about right.
Like, oh, I'll drive to the destination. Oh, you already moved. Well, I moved to the destination. I can stay here now and have my break. So we
Oh,
give them a luxury of putting internet in those trucks. They just sit there and browse Facebook on their phones.
I see what the problem is.
What's the problem?
The fifth wheel on this truck was set back too far, and it wasn't allowing the front wheels to sit on the ground the way they're supposed to.
Oh.
That's right, I got him unloaded. Well, I got a full trailer anyway. Now I gotta run it back to our silo. I don't know what I was thinking. I need to go back over here. And then I'll hook up the pup too, and won't have to worry about space as much.
Oh, my leg's gone.
That's why I left the area. For some reason, I'm causing you lag when I'm over there.
That was very weird.
Extremely weird.
That's
In all
not how that's
actuality, we should be lagging less near you, and we're all in the same area because it should be having to
Render
struggle less
less.
to figure out where everybody is.
Here's all the trees we planted that are really starting to grow up, by the way.
Oh, that's good.
They actually look like real trees now. So when Bex made these trailers, they were unrealistic trailers. They would hold like 20 million liters. And when we started this playthrough, Caveman set it up. He had an idea in mind of how he wanted it to go, and I was all about that. And Bex kindly switched these trailers back to realistic settings. So this trailer holds 80,000 liters. The one thing that she forgot to set back was the tip speed. they tip really fast, and frankly, I'm incredibly grateful that she forgot that. But that's me. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Steven. I'm going to grab the A trailer. In my lingo, we just call them pups, but I've never actually worked with trailers specifically like these before. We would connect two pups together with a dolly. Instead of having a pup that had its own dolly attached to the rear end of it.
Yeah, I don't see that often. I've seen that once or twice.
It's actually nice because you don't have to fiddle around with dollies.
Yeah.
I see dollies a lot though.
Yeah, that's what I've always been used to, is having dollies to fiddle around with. B double. Gotcha. One thing I've noticed about Aussies is they have a name for everything, and it's usually shortened. It's what do you guys call McDonald's? There's a name for it, and I can't remember that either. But Aussies love to shorten things into easily memorable stuff that I can't remember. I mean, in the U.S., we call it Mickey D's.
I'm gonna say yeah, that's what we call it here in Canada. Macca's.
Macca's, that's it. Macca's. I knew there was something out there.
Quite a few people that call it the choke and puke.
Oh, that's from Smokey and the Bandit.
No, I know a few people around here. That's what they call McDonald's.
Well, I don't blame them. It's the last fast food restaurant I go to.
We actually have a store up here called Canadian Tire. And I don't know why.
You talk to a Canadian,
this
you
is a
always
bad
hear
store.
about Canadian Tire.
Yeah. Some people call it Crappy Tire.
But it's not just a tire store, right? It's like a cat. It's almost like a
utility store.
yeah. It's almost like a Walmart. And don't they have like
Not food though.
tire dollars or some weird dollar thing that they
Yes, it's cents. Like kind of like a coupon each time you get like a discount. But yeah, no, it's basically a store that has like outdoor stuff and car parts, car batteries, like everything for like utility.
So weren't we talking to somebody at one point who actually bought like a grill or something there with his
I think so, yeah.
his whatever little
It's either
dollars that they have?
is there I think it's Wet Roller Coaster. Is that right?
Wet coaster, maybe.
Yeah, or yeah, Wet Coaster, I think, or was that?
McDavid's in Israel. I don't think you're going to find kosher at McDonald's.
Definitely not in the U.S.
This
All-
rear loader has a train horn.
All right, I can't say enough how valuable the player speed sync mod is.
It's very useful.
I'll actually get it to work.
Every time, without fail.
I can never get it to work.
All I do is pull up next to whatever I want to unload and hit Shift 4, and I'm good to go. Actually, that's one of the things that's interesting. You see these articles and stuff from time to time. It's like foods you can get at McDonald's and other places that you can't get here. There's like the squid ink burger where the bun is black and...
Oh, I think that's an England thing, I think.
No, I think that's actually Japanese or Italian.
Oh, that's Japanese. Japanese, no, it's Japanese. I do remember that, yeah.
Italians eat a lot of squid ink, though. I do know that. on certain coasts. Squid ink is a big deal to them.
Well, in Japan, you can get a wasabi flavored Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, yes, that's true.
And that was one of the funniest parts of Clarkson's farm, I have to say, when he grew wasabi.
So Japan also has a pizza vending machine.
Japan has
That's
a vending machine for everything.
well, there are certain things you can get in Japan vending machines that I'm not going to say on stream.
I know exactly what you mean.
They have a vending machine for everything, and yes, I mean everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
It's somewhere. If you can think of it, it's somewhere in Japan.
I can see now. It's not really been the truck driver. It's been this idiot driving the potato harvester.
Also, it's the one you pay like every second.
That's
Yeah.
the one that actually makes the good money that's retarded.
Yeah, he like spends 10 minutes, just turning around. It's time for him to be fired too.
So maybe
You're
we should
fired.
have fired the driver.
Maybe.
That's right. I'm going to show him how it's done. We could have had this done easily.
Lifehawk, they have vending machines. They'll dispense other smaller vending machines.
Actually,
Yo.
they do have a vending machine that vends gumball machines.
Yes, you're right. I have seen that. Yeah.
That's not terribly surprising.
Okay, I finally got the barge loaded.
You're headed upriver.
I finally got it loaded. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it upriver.
You'll make it upriver.
We only have 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're almost there. And the potatoes didn't even get harvested.
2 hours and the potatoes are still being harvested.
There's no excuse for that, especially with this harvester.
Nope.
I mean, this is the one semi-unrealistic piece of equipment we have installed. There's no reason these potatoes aren't done. It is awfully squirrely, though. Or maybe it's the rum and coke kicking in.
No, it's all that whiskey that we've been making.
That's what it is.
Or I could get into the whiskey a little too much.
He might have.
Well, that's absolutely true, Patrick. There's one problem. Course play does not work and play well on multiplayer.
Frank, it's a personal preference. You can put, I think there actually is a limit for starting out for a video, but no, there's no limit for a stream.
I don't think there is a limit. I was never limited, even when I posted my first. The stream, we just keep to 2 hours because we all have a lot to do outside of streaming. And we've
And so
also
that's why I wasn't
found,
there.
you can see we're getting to the 2 hour mark and viewership has already dropped off almost by half, so we're just not entertaining enough to keep you all occupied for more than 2 hours at a time.
Apparently. Apparently,
that's-
wheel loader mounting a truck isn't good enough.
YouTube generally removes your time limit after you verify your channel, which is literally you just go click the little verification link in your email.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Prior
like
to
and a
and
phone
prior to
number.
that, I think you're limited to what is it, 10 minutes?
potentially. I don't remember, but I know I did the verification like immediately
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
before I
verify
ever
your account.
uploaded my first video. I verified, so I was never limited.
Also, 2 hours is good enough where people can go back and watch it, and it still be decently reasonable enough to watch.
Right.
Unlike watching a 4-hour stream, which would take a whole like a big time of people's day to watch the whole thing. So
Well, people don't watch everything anyway. That's the thing about having a video version of it instead of live stream. You can skip forward.
mhm.
You guys do get the benefit of not having any advertising, though. I do not turn on monetization for streams as they're happening. But once this video gets uploaded as a video, I will turn monetization on. So the folks who, and it's not their fault, a lot of people have busy lives or they're not in the right time zone or whatever. But, you know, this is my business. I do enjoy what I do, but still, it is a business. That's what it boils down to. I'm not going to lie about it.
Every content creator on YouTube did YouTube for like made no money. There wouldn't be a lot of channels out there.
There'd still be a few out there,
There'd be a
but
few.
not
Just,
nowhere near as many.
well, you wouldn't have a lot of the big channels.
You'd have no big channels because somebody's going to have a platform where they can upload their content and make money off of it.
That's true. That's very true, actually.
And
Yeah.
any content creator who says they're not doing this to make a little bit of cash on the side is a liar. Sorry.
Well, yeah, it might not be their
Okay,
main goal,
once
but
they're monetized, I should say. I'm sorry, guys, if that offends your sensibilities somehow. Yes, I'm doing this to make a little extra money. That's the God's honest truth. But I do it because I love it, and I also do it because I love talking to you guys. I've made so many good friends through my YouTube channel, and a good portion of them are sitting right here, right now. And you guys are all over the world, and it's been I've gotten so much cultural knowledge. I get more out of this than money, and I'm not trying to belittle it or make it seem like it's a cash grab, because that's not it. I didn't do this with money in mind when I started. I did it because I didn't have a job and I had spare time on my hands, and COVID was in full swing and nobody was bloody hiring. So, I did it for a long time and never made a penny. But, business is business. I'm sorry. I'm probably like making this sound horrible, and I don't mean to, because that's not my intent. Just trying to be upfront and honest. That's
yeah.
all.
If you really don't like ads, you can always just get YouTube Premium.
Yeah, but that's another subscription service you have to pay for.
It is, but then you have no ads. So.
Right. And actually, to be honest, YouTube TV isn't half bad. If you don't want to pay for a cable TV service. Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Exactly, Patrick. That's kind of why I stopped playing MMOs, because they are such a massive time sink. I didn't have that amount of time to invest in them anymore. That's the simple truth.
Yeah.
I still think they're great games. I just can't break off for 6 or 8 or 10 hours a night to go raid with a guild, and then maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be in the pool of people who get to roll for the item I really wanted. You know what I mean? So,
And if you have free time, then that's great, but not everyone has the free time capability.
No,
No,
or
so we are pushing past the time. But,
I know, I know, I
I
know.
used to play MMOs all the time.
I barely have enough time for anything now.
Yeah, same here. I started with EverQuest. EverQuest was the first real. Well, I'm not going to say it was the first real big MMO because it wasn't. I don't know if people remember Ultima Online or not, but it was the first one that was really considered in the genre. But EverQuest was the first one that came out and was commercially available, I want to say. And once everybody saw the success of EverQuest, that's when World of Warcraft came out. World of Warcraft came out at the same time that EverQuest 2 came out, like within months of each other.
I had already been playing WoW for a year when it finally hit the market.
Yeah, I was in either alpha or beta.
I got in an alpha
Oh
and I
no,
played religiously up through Pandaria.
wait, we were EverQuest players, so we did the beta of EverQuest 2. But EverQuest 2 didn't live up to our expectations, so we switched over to WoW. And I will admit I liked WoW better.
You just don't have a lot of power when it's full.
And that's right, Patrick. I like playing a game that you can walk away from and go do what you need to do. You know, on an MMO there is no pause button. Especially if you're in the middle of a big raid or something.
Oh yeah.
That's one bad thing about multiplayers is you can never just pause them.
Yep.
I mean, World of Warcraft nowadays, though, I mean, you can almost pause it.
Is that right?
I mean, as long as you've got flying in that area, fly up in the air and you're good.
I know that the MMOs have pushed for, and I really think this started with WoW, is to give more of a single player experience to balance it for those who want raids and guilds and all of that garbage that is so time consuming, but then also allow solo players to be able to do their thing.
40-man molten core raids were amazing.
One thing about it's very difficult is trying to balance the game. And it's just for any game, where for single player it's difficult, but then for like 5, 6 people it's also the same difficulty.
I think the
It's not easy
difficulty
to do.
becomes even greater.
No, yeah, the difficulty gets harder. I just mean to code, it is difficult to do that.
And the more characters you have, the harder it gets, because trying to balance a shaman against a tank, for example, or any kind of warrior, or if you've got a paladin, you have to balance them against a cleric. So that that's one thing that EverQuest never got right. And I think a lot of other game companies learned from them was that EverQuest, when it first started, was extremely hardcore. Extremely hardcore. Like, if you died in EverQuest, you better get a group of, especially if it was deep in a dungeon, and you better get a group of 6 or 10 friends together to go get your corpse if you wanted your stuff back.
Wow, really?
Because you had to go back and loot your own corpse. Um, there were classes that just could not solo. There was no option for them to solo. Warriors, the tanks. If you were a tank in EverQuest, forget about it. You're not going to solo. You better have a cleric and a shaman with you. You're just going to go out and die.
Which I understand why, 'cause games usually are more fun with multiplayer. But sometimes they'll like if one person can't get on, you can't play without them because then they won't level up the same as you and
Yeah, not yeah, and if you're the kind of person that can only play once a week or twice a week, but you have yeah, I mean, your point, but your friends are getting on every day or every other day and they're leveling up faster and you have to try to catch up with them, but you can only do it solo from time to time.
It can be a nightmare.
Where do you unload the potatoes at the potato mill?
Over the grate.
Over the
Oh, that's
grate.
great. I see it.
All right,
The
guys.
silo's
Well, as
full.
Sharko said, we have pushed past our time by a whopping 11 minutes. It's a veritable crisis, but still. I think that's going to do it for this episode of Yukon River Valley.
Valley.
Hasn't been one of the most exciting things we've ever done, but we had a good time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank you all for joining,
we have
watching.
we have done battle with the logistics of that stuff that we had to pull out of the ground, sort of. Whoa. And I've actually experienced some massive lag down here, and I don't know why. And my potatoes won't unload into this. Oh, the silo must be full.
It is full, that's why I had to go to the potato plant to unload.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us, guys. As always, we really appreciate you coming along for the ride. It's always a good time talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great weekend, guys. And until next time, take care.
Take care.